All right, this is Lynn with Lynns Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Jan's Lounge in Orangevale, hanging out with our Red Radio Band. And I've managed to talk bass player Jeff Grenz into an interview during break. So thanks, Jeff, for hanging out with us tonight.
Welcome. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, very cool, very cool. So I happen to know you have your hands in a lot of activities and you're very busy, so let's start right in. So at what age did you become musical and with what instruments?
When about 9, 10, I got a guitar and a trumpet.
Okay.
And I took some lessons. I was taking some guitar lessons. Led Zeppelin was out, Creedence was out. We were learning those kinds of licks.
Nice.
Took a few piano lessons just to help out, but mostly guitar, because guitar, was cool.
The cool thing.
That was the cool thing.
Okay, it had something to do with chicks, I'm sure.
Yep.
That's funny. Well, I was going to say guitar and trumpet. That's an interesting combination.
Well, trumpet gets you into the school band.
Okay.
And once you learn how to read music, that translates through some different instruments. And it makes it easier to learn the next instrument.
That was very wise. Very, very sharp. Very cool. So you were pretty heavy into jazz in your early school years. You were in the jazz band, which competed in some pretty tough competitions. So please tell us about this experience.
Well, I'm a Miraloma High School alumni, and there's a lot of musicians in the area who are still playing, professionals and semi-professionals who we went to school with. We were in jazz bands with, and they had jazz festivals at Reno, and Monterey used to pick the top 10 high school bands every year, and you send them that old stuff called tape. And so they would listen. They would send them reels of tape.
Oh my gosh!
And we'd spend weeks doing these tapes, and they would go through them all. And they picked 10 bands to come down and play, and we would play. We played 3 out of the 4 years in high school.
Wow,
so
very cool.
Yeah.
So how did you do in the competitions?
Bridesmaid every time. We were
number 2, but that's awesome because that's quite some tough competition.
Yeah.
So very cool, and a lot of good experience for you.
It was fabulous.
I bet.
And, a lot, 20, 30 kids in hotel rooms away from town.
Yeah, the chaperones had their hands full, huh? I bet you have some. Okay, that's a different interview. So you have probably some good experiences.
I think the time limit has run out. I can tell those stories.
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. That's great. I love it. So, and then your 9th grade, you were part of the rock band, and so do you have any thoughts around that?
Well, 9th grade I did a rock band.
Okay.
We did a band around Chicago, Tower Power horn band kind of stuff.
Nice.
And a bunch of the kids from the jazz band were in it. The current bass player, Mike Palmer in Mumbo Gumbo and Nibblers was our bass player.
Wow.
I think one of the Tolgas was in the band. So it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
I did have a band when I was in a band when I was 11 also.
Wow, 11?
11. So the one at 11 we played at Cal Expo.
Really?
For 4 different times there. Of course, we looked, we had, fake sideburns and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah, I think you had told me earlier that you were on, their main stage there or something?
Yeah.
That's awesome. At 11?
Yeah, they had, a youth program.
Oh, very cool.
The Klein Music actually put on at that point. They're still around. Yeah.
Oh, K-L-I-N-E. Klein. Yeah, very cool. I love it. That's awesome. Very cool. So you started playing bass your senior year of high school and did some traveling with a church that needed a guitar and bass player.
Yes.
So please paint some reflective pictures for us about your travels.
Well, I wasn't a member of the church. I was recruited because they needed a bass player, and so if you can imagine, we would go out and we would sing things like Godspell and Jesus Christ Superstar. Those were the movies and the plays at the time. And then we were on the bus. I'm in the back with a guitar teaching them Down to the Nightclub and, Creedence and Led Zeppelin. I'm the token heathen in the bus.
You're a troublemaker. Yeah. And they were all around you like, hey, this guy's cool.
Oh my God, it's Jeff Grenz, bass player for Red Radio.
Photo bomb, video bomb. That's funny.
They're paid to do
that.
They're
paid. We'll pay y'all later.
Fans.
That's great. So the church chaperones were okay with all that?
I think they sat on the front of the bus mostly.
They didn't know.
They didn't know. They were in other cars sometimes too.
That's awesome.
They figured we were good.
Even better. Yeah, right. Okay. That's great. So I bet that was very fun to play bass with that.
It was like 7-8 days on the road all together. It was a blast.
Some amazing experiences when you were younger. You just have, like I said, full life, very full life. So Well, and you have some memories about Jeff Watson, whom you played with in high school?
Well, I didn't play with Jeff Watson. Some of the drummer I played with him. I played with Eric Martin was in a band with us.
Oh, okay.
We had a band. Good night, Eric Martin. And we had a band that we used to practice over in what people know as the chicken coops over off of Roseville Road.
Okay.
And we did Led Zeppelin covers.
Oh, nice.
So he's about the same age as we are, and his mom used to drop him off. Nobody had they were like 16, half of us had license.
Yeah.
But he had this huge voice.
Oh, nice.
He became a big star and all this stuff. But here we are. We were singing at like junior high schools.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. Oh my God, good memories. So, well, then you left music for a while after high school, and you picked it up again in 2005 with a jazz band. And in 2011, you joined the Steve Franklin Band, playing classic 50s and 60s rock. And then you went on to audition for the Weekend Warrior program in 2012, and you formed your current band, Red Radio, shortly after. So, any thoughts about your progression through these years?
Well, again, the church thing was another friend of mine, and some of those kids from high school, and some of the guys who were teachers when I was in high school back then were in this church jazz band. So that was fun. But they only played a few months a year, and then they would hop in their RV and go off for 3 months.
Gotcha.
So I needed something to keep me going.
Yeah.
I saw an old classmate playing in this video. She was married to Steve Franklin. So I did that for a couple of years. And then I did the Weekend Warriors with Jeff, who ran it. And then I met Roberto there. And Roberto called later and said, hey, let's do this band. And he knew Tracy and Jeff, and we put it all together.
Nice, very cool.
These guys are fabulous. I just love playing with them.
Yes, they're a great team.
Yeah, and
really
whatever they do makes me look good.
Oh, there you go. Oh, come on, it's all a mutual thing. Yeah. So actually, my next question was actually not a question, but I was going to say it's time to gush about your team, and so you are. They're awesome. Just love them, and they're so personable.
They're fabulous.
Great team. So very, very.
A lot
good.
of times when we're playing something, if you close your eyes, it's like, am I hearing Jimmy Page? Am I hearing Eddie Van Halen?
Right.
And Tracy can knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
And Jeff, it may not look like he's working hard, but everything just happens back there. He's fabulous.
Yeah.
He's got rhythm.
He keeps it just the band in line, keeps everybody in line. So I know what you mean, though. I've been out there dancing and kind of closing my eyes, and it's true. And I know that Roberto's not feeling the best tonight, but he's still doing a great job.
Yeah. He
He's
came
amazing.
in all bundled up, but he stepped up. So,
he stepped up to the plate. He's great.
Yeah.
And Tracy just came out and said we got to go. So I've got a few more questions, but
Okay.
I will have to skip them. Just real quick, though, anything else you want to say to your fans and to Lynns Hangouts?
Come out and see us. Thank you, Lynn. Tonight we're at Jan's. Thanks. And the venues, it's great that they have us.
Yeah,
we have
love
a great
Jan's.
time.
Yeah, very cool. All right, let's go back and rock.
Thank you.
Thank you.